Your check engine light just robbed you. Again, the shop is about to do it one more time, because nobody ever showed you what Japanese factory technicians have quietly known for decades about cleaning an O2 sensor without removing it. Today you are getting exactly 5 of those tricks, ranked from the one that barely scratches the surface all the way down to number 1. The ECU reset method the entire service industry profits from you. Never discovering. Without it, every other trick you try is a gamble. Stay until number 1 because that single step is the difference between a permanent fix and a $380 sensor you never needed. Number 5 costs you absolutely nothing. Shops quote you $340 to $420 without ever asking one critical question about how you drive, and that omission is the trap. Short city commutes and gentle cruising are a carbon factory for your sensing element, coating the ceramic tip over thousands of soft miles until your ECU flags it as failing. The fix is thermal science. Find a safe open highway, hold your engine between 3,000 and 4,000 RPM for a sustained 15 minutes, and your exhaust temperature climbs into the range where carbon deposits begin burning away. A 2015 Honda Accord confirmed this in owner testing, with fuel trim correcting within 50 miles of a single session. The regret hits hardest when you realize the $380 sensor replaced last year might have cleaned itself free on a drive you never took. $0, 0 parts, 0 regret. Number 4 costs under $4 at any grocery store and supercharges the thermal principle from number 5 with chemistry that heat alone cannot reach. Most drivers feel no immediate change after the highway run, conclude the sensor is dead, and walk straight into a costly replacement they never needed. With your engine fully warmed, locate the brake booster vacuum line on your intake manifold, disconnect it, and slowly pour Seafoam into the opening at a rate controlled enough to prevent stalling. Your idle turns rough, and that roughness tells you the vapor is traveling directly across your sensor element. Idle 2 minutes, then immediately run the highway session because Seafoam fractures the deposit layer and heat finishes the job. A 2016 Chevrolet Malibu with a persistent rich fuel trim fault responded in 1 session. Fuel trim corrected within 40 miles, and the sensor already quoted for replacement was reading accurately without a single part touched. Going straight to replacement without trying this is a financial disaster every single time. Number 3 targets a fouling mechanism that neither heat nor Seafoam can touch. If your vehicle burns more than 1 quart of oil per 3,000 miles, or your PCV valve is stuck, your sensor is not reading fuel carbon. It is reading partially burned engine oil, and that demands a completely different treatment. A 2012 Honda Accord had 2 sensors replaced in 18 months at a combined cost of over $700, and the fault returned both times because nobody diagnosed the oil contamination source. The third sensor installed after an $8 PCV valve replacement ran 26 months without a single fault. Shake your PCV valve, and if it does not rattle with a crisp metallic sound, it is stuck and silently destroying every sensor downstream. Once the oil entry is resolved, apply dedicated oxygen sensor cleaner along the sensor body on a cold engine. Let it wick into the threads for 30 minutes. Then run the highway session, so heat carries the chemistry directly across the element. A 2013 Mazda CX-5 responded in 1 application, stayed resolved for 14 months, and the $290 replacement quote became a $7 purchase. Installing a new sensor into an unresolved contamination problem is not a repair, it is a subscription. Number 2 exposes a corruption point in your signal circuit that generates a perfect fault code from a component, producing a perfectly correct signal. Your sensor voltage travels through an electrical connector to your ECU, and when that connector accumulates oxidation from road salt and moistures, it introduces resistance that distorts the voltage your ECU receives. Your ECU does not see a connector problem. It sees a malfunctioning sensor, and you get a $380 estimate for a part doing its job perfectly. Disconnect the connector, inspect both sides for green or white oxidation, spray electrical contact cleaner into both sides, reconnect and disconnect 5 times to work the cleaner across the terminals. Then seal everything with dielectric grease to block moisture re-entry. A 2015 Subaru Outback with an intermittent fault that appeared every cold winter had exactly this problem, and the fix cost under $2. The sensor was generating a correct signal the entire time. A working sensor strangled by a corroded connector is a ticking time bomb, and your shop will never tell you to check it first. Number 1. Converts every cleaning method in this countdown from a temporary result into a permanent resolution. And it is the step the service industry profits from most when you skip it. After any cleaning, your instinct is to clear the fault code, watch the light go off, and call it done. That instinct is costing drivers hundreds of millions of dollars in unnecessary repeat repairs every single year. Your ECU does not accept a cleared code as a resolved fault. It runs a monitoring sequence called a drive cycle, the precise operating conditions required before it will evaluate your sensor with fresh data. If you clear the code without completing that drive cycle, the fault returns from stored status the next time the monitor runs, even when your sensor is performing perfectly. The drive cycle requires a cold start, a 2-minute idle, a gentle acceleration to highway speed, a sustained cruise, a deceleration without braking, city stop and go driving, and a final idle. Your OBD2 reader displays monitor completion in real time so you confirm every phase. A fault resolved through a completed monitor does not return. A fault cleared without monitor completion comes back, your light turns on, you conclude the cleaning failed, you authorize the replacement, and the shop just collected $380 for a part your $7 cleaner already fixed. Your total investment across all 5 tricks is under $30 and 2 hours. That is the difference between a resolved problem and a money pit with a new sensor bolted into an unsolved fault. You just learned 5 tricks that protect your wallet before the shop ever sees your car. This channel exists to put that knowledge in your hands before the service industry puts their hand in your pocket. Hit that subscribe button right now and drop a comment below telling us where you are watching from today.